Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm just gonna do some PvP and my dailies, and then I think I will jump onto taimanin squad and farm a bit. Let's see. My PvP defense team is okay, I guess. I'm gonna try to use Luna and see how well she works in the current meta. Let's see, I'm not going to bring a healer because I'm going to assume Spider Lily will heal herself. Luna will give herself her immortality, and Sora's debuff should allow me to survive. So Gale is pretty fast. My Sora is dead. The problem now is Luna's skill 2 is on cooldown, so I'm gonna have to hope I remove all the buffs from Gale with her ultimate. Now usually this would be the part where I could use her skill 2, but she's pretty much dead this turn. So that Ariel does have the share damage bond. I think Ermi's exclusive. Nice. Kill off Waiting Ruby. Wow, she's tanky. Unfortunate. My Spider Lily's not properly built. If she had a bit more attack, I probably could have killed it, or more crit damage. Or my Sora is faster. Let's see. I'm going to try to remove the debuffs from Mirabelle. and hopefully apply the curse, and then I could kill both them off if I can kill Hinamori. Let's see. I failed to remove the buffs. But Hinamori is dead, so now I could kill Mirabelle. And the annoying thing is Mirabelle has crit resistance as a passive, so the good thing is Luna has immortality, and then she will get it again because I'm going to kill with the S2 again. So she basically doesn't need healing as long as you can give her keep her immortality buff up, which means she has to keep killing enemies. Let's see, we don't need to worry about Earth anymore. Failed to kill, but it doesn't matter. We basically won this battle. Get a few extra turns. Let's try this team. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So debuff all the enemies. So debuff so they don't. Wow, that's a lot of damage. So I did not apply the tag down on Nenokasi. So let's kill someone Janice so she doesn't become God mode. So let's see if I could show this. I'm going to curse Nenokasi and then kill off the other units. The curse, and actually I might not be able to kill Saku. Recovers 20% HP. And she has defense buff. Let's see. If she didn't have the defense buff, I think I would have killed Nenokasi. I don't think I should risk it. Because when someone has the curse debuff, you could just attack the other units and you can kill them off. So I think this should kill Nenokasi. Yep. So anyone with the curse debuff, you don't really need to attack them. So you could just attack them indirectly with by hitting another unit. Let's see. This one is scary because we have Aubryn and we have Spider Lily, Nenokasi, and I don't know if I could. Let's see. What does Chloe do? She has ignore defense. sleep, flanking. I guess we'll try it. Okay, so technically I'm safe if I can land the debuffs. Attack down on Spider Lily. And hopefully that would be enough to not get one-shotted by her. Yep. As long as they are debuffed. See, so I don't need to worry about Auburn. I think I should try to kill the... I think it would be Nanokasi because Nanokasi is going to use her buffs. Let's see. So I'm going to try to curse Spider Lily. And kill, okay. Let's see if I could kill Chloe. Stun Auburn. Yep. Just wait for her stun to run out, and she is dead. Let's refresh. There's a lot of tanky units. I don't think Luna could kill any of these, but we'll see. Hey, what's up, wizard? Just doing some PvP. Let's see, so hopefully I could remove the immunity and then debuff Spider Lily and the rest. Actually, wait. Now I'm in trouble because I'm not supposed to bring debuffs for Obsidian. Ooh. Because if you look at Obsidian, for every debuff your the enemy's team has, she's going to get morale, and then she's going to cut in and remove all debuffs. And I think the only thing I could do is try to push them back. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. There's still a chance to win this. So basically I need to try to kill Nomori right now. Nice. Okay, so I don't have to worry about Luna, but we still have Obsidian that might kill Spider Lily. I think I have no choice. I might have to use the debuff. Because Spider Lily's going next and she's going to kill someone maybe. Because I have Curse, and then if she hits Sora, I'm dead. Nice, I actually hit Spider Lily, so I could still lose this with Obsidian. Unless no, I can't stun. Is she going to cut in? When an enemy's turn ends, I think she's going to cut in right now, so it doesn't matter if I stun her. Okay. Yep. This is why you don't bring debuffs. Oh. This is why you don't bring debuffs against Obsidian, because she is just going to obliterate your team. But now that the threat is gone, it should be an easy victory now. Luna looks like she's doing pretty good. Yeah, Erd is used for super tanky team, but Erd's not really a threat as long as you don't bring AoE teams. So if you just bring single target, she can't do anything really. And the only thing is, if she brings invincibility to the enemies, all you have to do is wait a turn, which might be kind of annoying when you're fighting against teams like this. But other than that, if you can kill the other units, Erd basically can't do anything. And the common team is like Erd and like Guardian Ariel and Hinamori, and then like one carry like a Spider Lily or something. They make it super annoying. But if you kill Spider Lily, like once you if you can survive Spider Lily's first attack, it's basically easy because you could just kill off Spider Lily or whoever here, like Hinamori and stuff like that. So when you're fighting an Obsidian, make sure you don't bring a ton of debuffs or anything like that, because she's going to get her turn really fast and just nuke your team. Let's see, so we have Alicia here. So far Luna looks like she's doing pretty good. So this will be my last few PvP runs. And to deal with Felicia, you basically don't want to hit her. But if you do, make sure she has debuffs. So in this situation, I hope. What do you mean, having Erd on your team when you're trying to cleave? Because she can work for that too if she's fast enough and you know that the enemies are going to go before you. But that would mean somehow your Urt is faster than your DPS units or your buffers. See, so as long as you have attack down on threats like Spider Lily and Felicia, you don't need to worry about them anymore because they won't be able to kill you anymore. So the threat right now is just dealing with Hinamori so that I could remove the protection from death. As you can see with attack down, Felicia's not a threat, and now I could do this, so we're going to attack Felicia, so even if... Actually, wait. I have defense down, so I might die, so I won't attack her. But I will kill with this, I believe. Let's see. I think I could stun Auburn. Oh, yeah. Oh, that shit. The immunity buff. I just wasted it. Oh my god, these are super tanky people. As you can see, basically, people use Auburn as a debuffer, so you don't really need to worry too much about getting killed. Oh, okay, so you're talking about if you're fighting Erd with that team. The thing is, if you are trying to bait Erd to use her ultimate and then do your combo thingy, you need a way to survive, so you probably wouldn't use Gale's AoE, you would probably just use the basic attack. If you're going first, here's the thing, if you're going first without Obsidian, you use Arca Oni and you target like Hinamori or something, and if whoever the threat is that is annoying you on that current battle, use Arca Oni, and Arca Oni is going to give them defense down and the target debuff, and then your Christmas Mirabelle should be able to finish whoever got that debuff and then kill another person with the Astrogen powers. And if your Bunny Erica goes first, it's good to use it for the immunity buff and then just use the single target attack. Or you could use the AoE and waste the healing, but depending on how fast the enemy's Erd is, that's what you could do. But if you're using Obsidian, it would be best if you're fighting someone with like, if the defense has like Arbian and like Erd. Like if you're fighting Erd, but a whole bunch of debuffs, so you'll be fighting like Erd and like I don't see much debuffers here. I think like Saku or something, or Project Melody, because then you would get a ton of debuffs and then Obsidian would just go right after like the first two enemies, because you have a ton of debuffs and then later Obsidian removes all her debuffs and then she penetrates defense with the ultimate. and she reduces the debuffs of all allies by 2 turns. So basically, removes all your debuffs. So if you're doing PvP, this is one of the best units to upgrade if you have. Very annoying because sometimes you forget about the passive. So sometimes you think the enemy is going to go next, but then you forget that because your team has a bunch of debuffs, she could cut in. And same when you're fighting an Obsidian, sometimes I forget that she has this. That's why in the previous battle, I forgot about her ability, and I didn't want to use the debuffs from Sora, because if I did on the first turn, she would have won and would have obliterated my team before I killed Spider Lily. Okay, so usually I would just swap teams because you would need someone to hit. You don't want to fight evasion units without someone with like accuracy. So Hinamori, who is it? Akaoni, Arbian, and units with accuracy buff should be brought in this battle, but I will try to use it because I'm trying to see if Luna could deal with meta units. Let me see. So we know Erica is going to buff Guardian. I was going to nuke, and Celeste is going to So theoretically, I should nuke down Hinamori so that my Luna could finish off Hinamori and Erica. .232 speed. That's who has that? I'm assuming Bunny Erica. If Bunny Erica is not your nuker, you probably you probably need to farm more equipments, because unless you have like other support characters to push the enemies back. So Erica is good to I forget her ability. I think she has the ability to stop the enemies from getting the combat turn boost thingy. But oh my god, I am dead. So I think Akaoni. Yeah, actually you should leave it on Akaoni, because well, when you kill an enemy, Akaoni's damage is based on speed. So if you're able to do the what's it called, the Akaoni goes first, and then your second unit should be the nuker as well. So if it's like Christmas Mirable or well, I can't be Obsidian because Obsidian's too slow. So if you're using Akaoni as a first, so let's see. So you're going to bring nuker, so it would be Akaoni, and then you would have someone to buff for the next units that's fast. So maybe if you had Saika to push your next unit forward and buff them, so Saika. But if not, usually it would be your Akaoni would go first, and then it would be your Bunny Erica, and Bunny Erica would probably kill the person that had the defense down, and then once she kills the person with the defense down, Akaoni should kill the next highest attack unit. That's usually what I do. It would be a 2-in-1, so she would probably kill Spider Lily, depending on who you were attacking. Because you need fast. If you're using Akoni, and you want to use her, you need faster units. So someone like Louise is also good. I just don't have the equipment for her. And you can use an apathy too, because apathy, when she kills an enemy, she also does her extra attack. But if your Christmas Mirror is faster, also you can technically kill like 3 people, depending on how tanky the enemies are. So if they're just fighting like non-tanky teams, you could technically use Akaoni, Christmas Mirror pushes forward with Sagika or whoever you have on your team, and Christmas Mirror should kill someone after Akaoni gives them defense break, and then she would use a skill 2 to kill the next target or damage them, and then you can just finish off the second unit with Christmas Mirror, and it would probably be you would probably be facing only the tanks or healers left, because that's usually what it is. Akoni always attacks the person with the highest attack, so most likely you already killed the threat with Akoni. Heroic. Let's see where she's She's a warrior. Is she 5 unit? Forget what her skills are. So she's an AoE unit. All enemies silent. I mean, anyone with base crit increase is also good to use, because she has. You can easily build her with max crit without having too much crit on your equipment. So she is a good unit if you have her. She can remove 2 buffs, which is nice, and she ignores resistance, so when you're fighting someone really annoying, you can use this ability. Anyone with ignore resistance is automatically a good unit, and with the auto crit in it. But she's a speed dealing damage based on speed, so if you don't have that much speed equipment, which is quite difficult, you might not be able to use her. Basically, any unit that you get that's not limited can be good, but the only reason that you don't use regular units is because you're not going to waste your tickets on a normal banner like this, right? Delina's a good unit, but you're not going to waste your tickets summoning for her. So if you got it for free or from the event shop, that's when you could start building these regular units. And Delina is actually really good, so I use Delina for my hunts at skill 0 when I'm farming. So there's my team. I'm leveling up Abyss, and Delina's all his skills plus 0, and she's not even equipping anything good because her skill, the basic attack scales off the enemy's HP, I believe. Yeah, so this works for PvP and PvE, but mainly for PvE. But it also works for PvP as well. So you're fighting tanky units like Guardian Aerial with like 30,000 HP. Okay, let's see if Curse deals enough damage to kill. See, so something like that. So every time you have Curse and you're fighting someone that's not super tanky, and you know that, like, we know Bell is not super tanky, so the enemy unit that has Curse is most likely going to take massive damage. So if you're doing, like, even if it's Guardian Aerial, so if Guardian Aerial has like 20,000 HP, and has Curse, and then you're fighting Divergent Apathy or Nanokasi, and you're able to hit them because they have like 0 defense, and you do like 40,000 damage. It does like, I think Curse does like 60% of that damage, so usually you're going to kill anyways. Let's see, so they got the debuff, so most likely I won't see. So when you're fighting Erd, it's annoying because she removes the debuffs from herself, and then she uses the ultimate, and then she cleanses all the debuffs. Keep forgetting. Okay, so I could still, if I could remove the buff from Nanokasi. I forgot my skill 2 got wasted. Oh, I was talking about like units to use, like if you want to use heroic, if you can use that for your PvP team or whatever, she's a good unit. But the only reason you don't use, let me see, I'm just going to quit. The only reason no one uses regular units is because you don't use them for the regular, I mean, you don't summon them from the regular banners, right? So like Delina, she's a super good unit. but you're not going to build her if you don't have her, and you're not going to summon on a regular banner when you could summon on limited banners. So I was talking about Delina's a good unit. For PvP and PvE. So I use it on my hunt team with 0 skills. And what makes it so good is her skill 1 scales off the enemy's HP. So this is extremely good for PvE and PvP, but mostly for PvE because the enemies usually have more HP than any other units in the game. So they have like a million HP. This does like 20,000-30,000 damage at skill level 0. And then she also has like immunity and defense break. So even in PvP, when she uses this skill, if you're fighting a tanky unit like Guardian Aerial or Divergent Opanion or anything like that, this would deal a lot of damage to those units because it scales off their HP. And if they have like 30,000 HP, you're probably doing like over 10,000-20,000 damage. So if you have Delina, you can upgrade her for PvE and PvP. Same with Heroic. She has built-in crit, 15%. And she has the ability to ignore effect resistance, which is nice. But she scales off speed, so if you don't have another like speed equipment, you probably don't want to use her. But if you're training it with Akaoni or something, and Bunny Erica, your fast nuking team, she could work because you would need less crit for someone like Heroic and Luna because they have built-in crit. The base crit increased by 15%, so that means you don't need too many crit on your equipment. So let's just say your equipment got bad rolls like this, you can still easily reach 100% crit rate with some crit damage. Let's do one more PvP before we go to swap into taimanin. Okay, these are very annoying, but let's try something that Luna might be able to handle. You have a waiting it that's probably fast. Let's see. Maybe. No, I'm going to leave it. So far, Luna, I think it's a good unit, but definitely needs some support. So if we get debuff like this, it's pretty much over for her. Wow. Daily battle support, the blitz. Threat is dead. No wait, actually there's a Christmas Mirabelle. Actually she has attack down. I don't think she could kill, and she has accuracy down. Taunt. We won this battle. It seems. Push the enemies back and increase their debuff. Evasion, okay. Okay, now it's easy win. Stun, nice. Yeah, the blitz thing is nice, but if you can farm enough to become VIP 6, you can buy another 5 skip ticket thingy, which I'm trying to do, but it takes so long. I think I need to level up friendship levels. So I think I need to do 7. I need to complete 70 more of these to become VIP 6. So what it is if you didn't know already, you can go to the friendship, buy your energy, and then buy 5 more tickets so you can farm a bit more and use more energy. And if you really wanted to farm, you could just buy some more energy from the PvP shop. But the main thing is, if you're VIP 6, you can buy 10 more and 30 more energy for just 500 gold, which is super helpful when you're farming events and stories, so that you could just, quickly finish a light mode or anything difficult quickly, so that you can farm the hunts. But you need to be VIP 6, and I've shown this before. I completed almost all the challenges. I got 81 members to level 60. This is basically doing the upgrade style method. I have 139 different units, so if you were summoning on every banner, you probably have something higher than this. Collect different types of bonds, so every new bond you collect, it adds up to this. Receive VIP points, which are these things. And I made 84 members 6 stars. I completed all these story mode thingies. I don't know if there's a cap for this yet, but so far there's none. So far there's no cap for these items. I mean these missions. Enhanced equipment. I don't know if there's a cap for the support guild members. I'm pretty sure you just reach the highest rank in PvP. Virtual reality is already capped until they add new floors. And even with VIP 6, you still need to pay for Myra, which is unfortunate. I mean, not Myra, Apostle. Myra is in the other packages. And Divergent, Apostle, PvP exclusive unit. So I wouldn't purchase Myra unless you really want Triple S Myra, which I'm not sure how to say that package anymore, or a hero. So yeah, it's going to cost a lot to Triple S her. Yeah, the story mode is has random difficulty spikes, especially the Eva battle, and then after that it becomes easy for some unknown reason. They made like the Eva battle, like even this battle with Raphael and all that, it's like easy for some unknown reason, like if you're playing normal mode. But the Eva battle was like, she had like 500 speed or something, and then it was like impossible to kill her. So I think I finished everything I wanted to do here. Let's just jump over to taimanin right now. Is Seaside Noslin a good unit? Yes. If you're re-rolling right now, you should summon for her. She's going to be good for your Seaside Noslin is going to be good for your red hunt and maybe PvP, depending on who you're fighting. You don't want to fight someone like Summer Petra and like Shino with her, because she has the disadvantage, but she is a good unit. How to dark hunt solo, I mean auto. Let's see. So this is my team. This is like the safe. Well, you could replace Hinori, but if you do have a build, she's also good for this. I don't have the proper gears for her, but she should have more crit damage. The best units to use for this is for me this is the safe method. So you could probably use a different team, but I have Joyce and to heal, and I have Noslin, so whenever the boss, whenever she gets the performance mode, she can have a chance to remove the berserk buff the boss gets. So you always need someone to remove buff. So if you have someone like, if you have Darlene, you should use Darlene. Where's she at? Darlene has a chance to remove one buff. So you want to remove the boss's berserk buff, because every time you attack this annoying guy, he gets berserk. So after you hit him 4 times, he gets a stack of berserk, and then this is permanent unless you remove it, and it does so much damage, which is why you need someone with unbuffable or remove buffs. So if you have someone on unbuffable, so I use Odia, but with my original team with Noslin, so you don't, Odia is sometimes kind of random because you don't want to bring more than 3 debuffs on this boss. Okay. Right here, the boss has this ability, and you don't want to bring more than 3 buffs. 2 buffs. It says 3, but it really means you can only bring 2 buffs on your team, because if you get a 3rd buff, he's just going to follow up with that annoying combo you're going to see him do on you. So only bring 2 buffs, attack buff and a defense buff, or whatever buffs you need. Only 2. So this team only has 2 buffs. Right, when she goes to performance mode, she can only give your team attack up. And Joyce might give someone invincibility, so that's 2 buffs. Odia, I bring Odia because she has remove all the enemies' buff and gives them unbuffable for 2 turns. And depending on if the boss resists, because sometimes on full auto she gives the boss an additional debuff, accuracy down or attack down, and then that will trigger the 3 debuffs. if self has more than 3 debuffs, removes all debuffs. See, so you don't want to bring 3 debuffs. So you don't want to bring someone like Seaside Noslin as well. I think Arburin would be the best choice for this, but yeah, so Arburin would be the best choice because she has unbuffable. She can remove all the enemy's buff and gives defense down. So that's only 2 debuffs. So you don't have to worry about 3 debuffs. The problem is, she's a hard unit to get, and relying on this is 4-turn cooldown. So you might not be able to. If you're too slow, she might not be able to recover this in time. Yeah, you don't want Seaside Noslin, I said. Never bring more than 2 debuffs. The other units I used to use is, if you're on a budget that no one uses, is Catilda. Because her basic attack removes 2 buffs, which is amazing. Because the boss is going to keep buffing himself. And then she has this. She's like a budget Shiny of Despair. Budget Shiny of Despair, but removing buffs instead of taunting the enemies, which is better for this situation. And she could push the enemies back a bit. So she has no debuffs, so that's nice. I think if you also have, if you have Radiant of Light Darlene, I think she also works because she can remove debuffs from your team. Let me see what other units you might need. So these are the main units I use. So Catilda, Odia, Arburin, and like I said, Seaside Noslin you kind of don't want. Well, I guess technically you could use her, but you would have to manual play this because she gives unbuffable and unhealable, which is nice. But then later, she's going to give defense break, which means 3 debuffs, and then you're going to be dealing with a ton of attacks. And she also has lock on, so she has a lot of debuffs, right? She has like 4 debuffs. That's why you don't really want to use her, even though she has unbuffable. I think Project Melody only works if the enemies have taunt. When an allied member is attacked with taunt or targeted taunt, attacks all enemies and apply random debuffs. Yeah, so if this only works with taunt. Unless you wait, let me see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could use Project Melody, but I mean, she doesn't really do much after that if you're relying on her ultimate. Like, if you have no other units, you could use this because her taunt, she only has 1 debuff, which is unbuffable because the boss is immune to taunts anyway, so you can't use Project Melody for this. It's just you're not going to have like extra support buffs. Let me see, like, what am I looking at? Like Aubrey, right? Like, just in case she accidentally dies, she has a way to survive. Project Melody doesn't have that. Her passive doesn't really do anything. Oh, you can also bring I think Radiant Vow if I forget if the Berserk buff is like 0 turns and you can remove it with this. Because she has the ability to reduce buffs by 1 and then buff your team, so this is a good unit to use. And she could give unbuffable. And it's exactly 2 buffs, so you get Vigor and Shield for your team. My Seaside Noslin. Not that amazing. I still need to replace the ring and the necklace. And here's the thing, when people say don't bring crit in your necklace, that's only if you're going pure damage, but if you can't, it's technically the same. But if you can, you can put crit damage on your necklace, but if you can't, you put crit on your necklace, and then you put crit damage, but you do not want as much crit rate on your equipment. So see, so I don't have crit on my boots because I already have a ton from the necklace. So to offset not having crit damage on your necklace, your equipment should have crit damage, but you shouldn't put too much crit rate or else you're going to be over the cap. And this is good if you need some sort of healing, but her exclusive is probably better. So something like her exclusive. This is mainly for these equipments mainly just for the red wolf hunt. Sometimes PvP. And I think that's basically it for the dark hunt. You don't want to bring Sora because she brings too much debuffs. You can technically bring Akaoni, but you have to manual play this. Like if you're using units for unbuffable, you actually don't really want to use units with that only from the ultimate because it takes too long. If you're having trouble removing the buffs, you want to use like basic attack or have something like unbuffable then. If you're relying on ultimate, that's why I have Odia. And that's basically it. The light hunt is also very annoying. Whoops. So there's not that much units you could use because you need units with non-attack skills. So best unit, Petra. She solo carried me even when her skill was +0 because of her passive. You want to bring Baraka because she has defense break and she also has defense up so that you take less damage and shields. So she's probably the best unit for this. And she's using all the free equipment, so it's not that hard. Just random equipment, counter set. my summer patron, and she's equipping I don't even know why she's equipping Erd exclusive. Wait, is this? Whose is this actually? Heidi is good for this. She's probably the best nuker for this. Let me see if I have any other units with non-attacks. You don't want to bring Wedding Earth because it's going to build up the danger meter too quickly. Oh yeah, you could bring sort of Erica, but it's kind of dangerous because when if she counters a lot, she's going to increase the danger before she could get the her buff to reset. Bunny Erica maybe. And that's currently all the units I have that can do this. That doesn't have that has non-attack skills. Best characters. I'm not sure if I need to upload anything like that, but it's probably Spider Lily currently, and Arbian, Hinamori, and no one uses Lucima, but it is annoying when you fight her with the tanky teams. Bell is 50-50. It is really good if you have her on high speed. But usually most of these are just PvP units, right? Like Sora is still a good unit. Narakasi is a good unit. Hong Kong Dollar is a good unit. It's just I built her poorly. Mikhail's a good unit. Agoni's good. Luna's good. Basically they're all good, except like sometimes they have trouble surviving, so even Pumpkin Pixie Layla is good. But the gimmick is you want like someone to attack first or something so that you could get this a passive off. Usually. Yeah, so it's easy to level up in this game, I think. So let me see. I'm trying to make everyone level 60 just so I can unlock the wallpaper thingy from the discipline. So you can see I have a lot of experience potion. I don't use it. Like I said, when you're friendship farming, you might as well just friendship farm and level them up that way if you're not using them right away. So I'm not using Abyss right now or anything, but I might use them, like some of these units. But when you're friendship farming and you're doing it with the hunts, that's how you level them up and increase the friendship meter, just so you could get the just so you could get more VIP points and more skill mods to skill up the units you currently use, even if you don't want to use them. So I still need to make regular Earth 5 stars, Julia 5, Earth affection level 5 and Julia 5. I don't have some of these units like Prima Shiny. These 4, I think I almost have all the 4 stars at 5 friendship level. So you get 9 VIP points per character, so and 2 skill mods, and I think that's like 2,000 or 3,000 battles or something. Drizella, the collab unit, so she's good, and I mean, I think she's okay, like for the current meta, because there's no way she could actually is she an assassin? So she needs 100% crit no matter what, because that's what her skill is based on. So the other thing is when she's fighting someone with like immunity, she can remove it. Even though it says ignore resistance, but if they have immunity, she's not going to be able to put a bleed on them. And how her gimmick works is the more bleed the enemy has, and she chains into her skill 3, she explodes all the bleed to instantly kill them. So I think Julia and Naksha, does she have bleed? Yeah, so regular like you need like a bleed type team. That's how Drizella works. So if you have like 1 bleed on the enemy, so let's just say you're fighting someone that doesn't have immunity, and you fail to land 3 bleed stacks, you just get 1 from the guaranteed 1 stack, and then you chain into this. It's probably not going to kill unless your base damage is also high. So if you're relying on the bleed, you need more than 1 stack usually. And that's why Anastasia is better than Drizella, because if Drizella is fighting against Anastasia most likely will instantly win because she has an evasion buff and she could heal herself. Right, the kit is just much better. She starts off with and she can remove the enemy stealth. And she has extinction. And she gives herself attack up and heal with a skill 1. Best healing character you basically need all of them. But the easiest to use is Saika, Nasrin, and Joyce. These are the best ones. And then also Dawn is good. And then you have like some really difficult unit to use, like Raphael. She doesn't heal because she's mostly a PvP unit, so she's supposed to buff the crit resistance. So if you go first with her, and then you have like someone like Christmas Mirable, they probably cannot crit Christmas Mirable, and then they have to pray for 50-50 that they crit like Spider Lily, because Spider Lily has evasion. But then even if they do hit her, they have to rely on the RNG that they can still land the crit with the crit resist buff on your team with attack buff. So usually when you use someone like Raphael, you need to bring another healer and then like a tanky unit like Hermes or something, and then you'll carry and just protect that carry. And Tone Giselle is a good unit too, but I think most people won't use her because she's a DPS unit and her kit's kind of weird, but all her healing is based on damage, but she could also protect your team with invincibility. I mean, another unit. So you want to build it with crit rate, specifically crit damage and crit rate, and high attack because her healing is based on damage dealt, and the HP healed is based on her attack too. So that's why she needs attack, crit rate, crit damage, and then maybe resistance because that's part of her ability, so she doesn't get debuffed. Yeah, Myra's a good unit still, but for free-to-plays, if you don't want to spend like $1 for her, then these are the best units. You could even use Joyce, and Pennicus is also good because she gives you a team healing strike. And then you get the very if you're desperate and you have no other units for some unknown reason, you could use Lottie and Lena, but Lottie's actually good for buffs. Upgrade materials, you mean these things? Yeah, these things don't even bother farming these in story mode. It's best to farm these from events. So every event comes, you could just buy them from the shop. And then the login events gives you these boxes. So go to your item page, go to consumables, and you should have a bunch of these boxes if you were doing the events and login events. And then you could just choose the one you want. And do not buy these from the guild shop because it's random and it's not even worth it. So yeah, these are the best way to get the upgrade materials for your skills. Let's see what's in the shop. Max energy. I need to farm these stones, which is super annoying. I get sometimes auto this, but I need to manual this because the AI always wastes the healings for no reason. All the redemption codes always on the official Twitter page, so just type in Ark Recode and you should see all the codes that they post on that. Even for Rise of Ares and Tenkaichi in any of those games, it's all on the Twitter page. And then for games like this, it's on the official Steam page or something. I don't know if they give you back your materials. Then I guess that it's okay, but like, thanks for jumping by, Unknown. But yeah, in the guild, that really depends. So if it's active and stuff, or I'm not actually sure actually. So, is it always catalyst, or is it like random stuff like the stones and the discipline item thingy? Because if it's only catalyst and you're not getting some of it back, it might not be worth it. Especially if you don't have that much catalyst to donate, because you're losing guild coins to buy the bonds to level up your bonds. That's why I put the easiest thing is the stones, because everyone farms for the stones. Sometimes people don't want to donate the catalyst. And these food units you get is so good. The Mai's a good unit right here. The twins are super good. Yeah, sometimes when I put catalyst, people do donate. As long as they donate it back, then it's fine. But if you put up something and they don't give you your catalyst, then it's probably best to just leave if they're not going to donate back to you. I think they put catalyst because it gives you more points, but it doesn't really matter because I think it gives 40 points. So if you donate 5 catalysts, you get max points with the guild. But if you're doing the hunt materials, you would get 180, and then you would still need to donate like 20 for the discipline item, which doesn't really matter that much. So I guess they're trying to maximize it, but it doesn't really matter if you do that or not. And in this game, you will see that the turn is up here. So when it says 1, that's when they're going to use that's when they could use those skills. So it's kind of different from other games. So usually, like when it's 0, that's when they use it. But when it has a 1-turn cooldown, it means they are going to. It's ready for them to use, basically. I mean, if the guild is still active, the only difference is if you're in an active guild, but then you're not donating the catalyst or whatever, you're just going to be losing a lot of those guild points because there's no way to get those guild points unless you donate. Or do actually, or donate, because in Guild Wars you only get the black coins. And I'm frozen, so this might be a failed run. Oh my god. I forgot to upgrade my Ingrid's equipment. She's doing no damage. Actually, I could heal. So she's going to use her evasion buff next.
さあ任せてください。逃がしませんよ。では参る。
So I should use the invincible buff for next turn.
やっちゃってもいいよね。
How long does freeze last?
かなあ。くらい。いくよ。任せてください。
So this should protect my twin from dying.
感謝する。では参る。道を切り開く。任せてください。逃がしませんよ。
I can heal next turn.
では参る。ああ。転ばないでね。大丈夫。やっちゃってもいいよね。せーの。任せてください。これで少しは防げるでしょう。はあ。では
And the heals are so nice.
転ばないでね。大丈夫。やっ
And
ちゃって
now
もい
we
いよ
are
ね。
good.
かなあ。くらい。任せてください。
She is going to use the AoE, but I don't have the
逃がしません
protection
よ。
buff up yet.
では参る。ああ。転ばないでね。大丈夫。行きなさい。お姉ちゃん。
I don't think there's any card games.
でもいいよね。
And the ones on the Nutaku website, they're just super pay to win.
さあ。
I think Lust Goddess is like clone of
ね。大丈夫。
it's one of the other game. I forget what it's called. It's like built
行きなさい。
yeah, it's bad. It's super. It's mega pay to win.
逃がしませんよ。やっちゃっても
And they
いい
did have
よ
like a
ね。
few card games, but
かなあ。くらい。
it's not even worth playing.
では参る。
Like you always need like so many dupes and like a bazillion gold, and then every battle only gives you like 20 gold or something. It's not even worth it. So she's going to use the evasion buff next, so I don't have to worry about that.
逃がしませんよ。やっちゃってもいいよね。せーの。
Oh yeah, I think Lust Goddess are like Chick Wars.
大丈夫。
It's a clone of that, and I don't know why I just used that because she wasn't going to attack anyway.
では参る。
She is going to attack this time though.
任せてください。皆さん感謝するぞ。やっちゃってもいいよね。かなあ。くらい。感謝するぞ。
Right? I think you're talking about Lust Goddess. I think that's a clone of Chick Wars. Super mega pay to win.
任せてください。
I need to protect Ingrid.
これで少しは防げるでしょう。感謝するぞ。やっちゃってもいいよね。さあ。
I think I might have to do one more battle before the stream ends.
参る。ああ。転ばないでね。大丈夫。
So if anyone else needs to ask something,
やっちゃってもいいよね。せーの。 任せてください。逃がし
So
ま
I
せ
can
んよ。
finally farm the blue stones finally.
皆さんご無事ですか。よかった。
I'll do one more. And that'll be it for the stream. Yeah, I played Los Goddess, but it's basically the same thing as Trick Wars. Mega pay to win. Like after you get to like a certain rank, there's like everyone has like the ultimate legendary cards, and it's just there's no way to there's no way to get more legendary dupes to get stronger. You have to wait for the free I think there was a free chest open every 24 hours, but it was like mostly common cards or something. And the only way to get gold is win PvP matches or something like that.
任せてください。皆さん感謝するぞ。
And I forget what the other card game that was, but it was basically like an AFK idle game or something like that. I forget what it's called, but it's not even worth it because you have to like wait, like you literally just wait like 30 minutes and wait for like a battle to appear, and then when you win, there's like a chance to get like a card or something. And then if you do get it, you hope you get like a legendary from from common to legendaries or something like that. It was so bad. I should have went back to upgrade before I retried this battle. I'm still equipping 3 stars plus 0 equipments on my Ingrid. Some random equipments I'm going to destroy. Even being level 50, this is so annoying. But I think once I could farm the other stones with the other teams, it should be easier. The thing, the free unit they give us has heals. That's basically Asagi and Mai is the only character that can probably carry you up until this point. See, need to save that for the boss. And once you're playing the higher difficulties, you do want to fight with elemental advantage because you do get a slight evasion buff, and they have a 15% chance to miss you, or the accuracy goes down by 15%, and you do slightly more damage. Wow, Ingrid is like 0 damage. Like upgrading your equipment makes a huge difference, especially on the higher star levels. So next turn she's going to do the AoE nuke. You can see right here 1. So they're always going to use the skill that is on 1 turn left. So I'm going to use this to protect myself. I think the Tentacle boss also has this. It's super annoying. So yeah, anyone can do this as long as you just update or give it some gears to Mai right here and play on manual mode. And this is super annoying because this boss has high evasion. Like everything in this place has high evasion. That also gives her 30% evasion. And that gen buff that she has is nice. Heals are nice. Like basically having a heal is a must in this game if you're doing the higher difficulties. Ingrid is endangered. Like even with elemental advantage, you still take a lot of damage when she's frozen. Protection. So yeah, you basically have to manual this because the auto battle will just waste it. So I could see. No, I'll save it. Let me do damage. She's going to use an AoE attack, so I could only protect one person, or two technically. But I can't shoot because her buff only protects the highest attack power unit. This won't kill anyone because I'm almost at full HP. And I think I should save it just in case someone gets frozen. And this is the grind with like I wish they had the blitz feature, you know, like in every other game, so that I could skip the grind. Like this is super slow, like every run's like 10 minutes. Even with double energy. And she is going to use the evasion buff, so in this situation you don't need to use the protection buff.
逃がしませんよ。
See, so now you can see how to kind of like fight these on manual mode.
せーの。感謝します。
And then that's basically it.
任せてください。
And I'll show you that she is just going to attack us.
皆さんも感謝するぞ。やっちゃってもいいよ
Oh,
ね。
she's dead actually, so
さあ。もっと遊びたかったな。
shows how grindy the game is.
まあいいや。
I think I'll just like auto battle story mode or something. I think this is enough to level up. Yep. Oh yeah, before I go, I'm going to show you how grindy this is. So buy these because these give you a ton of experience to level up your units. But make sure you have 600,000. Actually, I probably shouldn't have bought that. But if you want to level up quickly, buy these 2-star units because you need to save 600,000 to buy the summon tickets. But to show you how grindy this is, my Mizuki, I upgraded her to 3 stars, and you need these disc thingy that's super rare to get. And these disc thingies is also used to upgrade the journey mission thingies, right? To upgrade this thingy. And I still haven't finished it because you need so much and they barely give you any. So if you want to upgrade your character stars to get more stats to clear things easier, you need you also need it for this too. And I don't know what's the last tier items you need. You're probably going to need like one more other item that's probably not even shown here. But I think I'm done grinding for now, and I think this will be it for the stream. So thanks to everyone that joined the stream. I don't know if anyone wants to see a more taimanin squad. I mean, there's PvP, but oh yeah, PvP is an extreme joke. They have 3 different currencies for PvP. So they have bronze tokens when you're on the bronze tier, and then you get silver tokens when you're on the silver tier, and then you get gold tokens when you're on the gold tier. And look how much you need to unlock a borrow. Oh yeah, not only that, if you're on the silver tier, because I'm in the silver tier right now, you're only getting silver coins. You don't get bronze coins. That is terrible. So once I reach the gold tier, I won't be able to get silver coins anymore. So that means I won't be able to buy like some of these summon tickets, which you need a ton of anyways. So yeah, having 3 different PvP currency it's really bad. On top of all the random upgrade materials in this game, like there's like 20 different materials in this game. Yeah, super grindy, and I do not recommend it. I mean, you can play it, but the game is mega grind festy. Like they're trying to be like the old, like the super old card game, and like Final Fantasy or something, like where you just grind for hours. Like that's how bad it is, but way worse there. Anyways, that's it for the stream. Thanks for joining, and I will see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye.